undertaken for the study to study the seed dormancy and germination dynamics in Trema orientalis and Macranga peltata, to develop and standardize efficient protocols for in vitro multiplication, regeneration and acclimatization of both the plant species, and to study the growth, comparative growth and nutrient uptake of both the plant species in mine rejects. So this is the review of literature. The previous work done pertaining to mine spoil reclamation. This is the international, on the international front what work has been done, and this is in India. Similarly, this is the work pertaining to Trema orientalis, Macranga peltata, and these are the three major groups working on seed germination internationally. So the first objective, that is seed dormancy and germination dynamics of Trema orientalis and Macranga peltata. Now the rationale behind or the base behind this study was, previous reports have shown that in nature, both soil seed banks and bird dispersal contribute to the establishment of this plant. And a long period of dormancy, that is persistence of the seeds of Trema, have been noted in the soil. Likewise, in Macranga peltata, greater germinable seed banks have been noted during the period of from October to December, and a staggered germination over a period of 5 months have been observed. So therefore, this low germination and non-synchronous seed germination in both the plant species, due to this, we have hypothesized that the seeds of both Trema and Macranga possess a hard seed coat, and this may be the main hindrance for seed germination. Hence, weakening the seed coat would provide or would enhance germination. So these are the two questions that have been addressed in this objective. What is the kind of dormancy persisting in the seeds of both the species, and what is the most effective treatment for enhancing or synchronizing germination? So the seeds were collected from plants growing in and around the campus, sun-dried and stored. The moisture content of fresh seeds was determined. These are the different seed treatments. A total of 19 pre-sowing treatments and 1 control was followed for Trema orientalis. So the seed treatments can be grouped into two classes. These are the acid treatments. Now acids are mostly known to affect, or they help in overcoming the seed coat imposed dormancy. So the seeds with hard seed coat, acids tend to overcome the seed coat imposed dormancy. And gibberellic acid and potassium nitrate, they help in overcoming the physiological dormancy, that is the dormancy imparted by the inefficiency of embryo growth. So after these were the treatments that were followed at various time, duration and concentration, followed by seed sterilization and incubation for germination. These were a set of treatments for Macranga peltata. So we had the acid treatment, concentrated sulfuric acid, then we had the phytohormone gibberellic acid treatment, and then a combinational treatment of both the acid and the growth regulator of the phytohormone, and mechanical scarification, that is complete removal of the seed coat using a micrometer screw gauge. And then the seeds were sterilized and incubated. Then the seed imbibition time and germination was calculated, and seedling vigor index according to Abdul Baki and Allison was calculated. Now seedling vigor index is the measure of the survivability of the plant, like how efficient the plant would be or the seedling would be upon transplantation to the site. So following this, the SEM analysis was done to see the effect of the various treatments on the seed coat. Then we did a seed viability testing. Now since Trema orientalis seeds were small, we performed germination test for testing its viability over a period of time, that is 3, 6, 9, 12 months of storage. Now Macranga peltata seeds are comparatively larger, and we can easily demarcate the viable and non-viable seeds with tetrazoium staining. Therefore, TTC test was performed for seed viability in case of Macranga. And then the data was analyzed statistically using SPSS, that is, we performed logistic regression and ANOVA. So the seed moisture content of the fresh seeds was noted to be 38.87%. Now this is the effect of various treatments, time duration. This is gibberellic acid and potassium nitrate. Now among all the treatments, potassium nitrate showed the highest percentage of germination, that is 98%. However, the total seedling length was very low, 3.3 centimeters in length, and therefore the seedling vigor was low. So these plantlets upon transplantation in the lime reject, they did not survive because of the deformed root system. Therefore, among all the treatments, we concluded that concentrated sulfuric acid increased germination up to 92% and highest seedling length and a very high, significantly high seedling vigor index was best suited for increasing the seed germination in tremor. Now, this is the SEM analysis. So, this is the control seeds, untreated seeds. We see a reticulate ornamentation, a honeycomb network of multi-layered network of deposits on the seed coat, and this is the one treated with sulfuric acid. We see that at the micropylar region there is sloughing of the seed coat, so which facilitates the seed germination. This is the distorted seed coat of the compared to the control. Similarly, with 10% HCl also we see sloughing of the seed coat. Now, this is treatment with gibberellic acid and potassium nitrate. They did not have any effect on the seed coat. Now, this is the table depicting the logistic regression analysis. So here we see that all the 4 treatments used, both the acid treatments and potassium nitrate and gibberellic acid, all 4 had a significant effect on germination. So therefore, now in the beginning I explained to you all, these 2 are the acid treatments. They have been overcoming the seed coat dormancy, and they have been overcoming the physiological dormancy. So we can conclude that there must be more than one factor which is responsible for imparting the dormancy in these seeds. So therefore, according to the classical classification scheme of seed dormancy proposed by Baskin and Baskin, keeping all these factors into account, we conclude that the seeds of Trema orientalis exhibit a non-deep physiological dormancy. So then we performed seed viability test across time, and we observed that the initially a low % germination was observed in the initial 3 months, and following 3 months the germination increased up to 92%, which later decreased with the increasing storage period. So after 12 months, only 14% of the seeds were viable. Now this is the structure of Makranga peltata seeds. We see that it has, this is the fruit coat, the outer oily covering, and the seed coat is 607.5 micrometer thick. So it has a very thick, hard, rigid seed coat, and this is the rigid endosperm that surrounds the spatulate embryo. Now this is the embryo which is spatulate and exile. So the seed moisture content of the fresh seeds in Makranga peltata was 37.24%. So these are the effects of various treatments on Makranga peltata seeds. So the acid treatment, that is concentrated sulfuric acid treatment, did not have any marked effect on increasing the germination. So germination was increased to only 14%. Now this was the plain acid treatment. So the plain or the sole gibberellic acid, when the seeds were treated with gibberellic acid, they did not have any effect on increasing the seed germination. But when used in combination, that is both the acid, after the acid treatment we used the phytohormone, it increased the germination. But a large number of seedlings developed were defective. Then the last treatment, that is mechanical scarification, was the most significant treatment in this plant, increasing the germination up to 78%, and the incubation time was reduced to only 6 days. So this is the SEM of the seed coat of Makranga. We see the seed coat is rich, it has rich structures, and the seed coat deposit is compact and shows the absence of pores. It forms a reticulate network here as well. And this is after the acid treatment. The seed coat is sloughed, exposing the micropylar region. And however, the defects that we observed, now we observed that cracks have been developed on the seed coat after the acid treatment. So So probably due to the entry of the acid, to the embryo has damaged the growing embryo and led to the defective seedlings. So this is the logistic regression table. Now here again we see that both the combination treatment as well as mechanical scarification of the seed pod has significant effect on germination, while both these treatments alone did not have a significant effect. Therefore, according to the classification scheme,